Hey guys, Lamech here, your paranormal guy. Looky, I got Bookie. I love this book. Done maybe, I've only read probably like three. I'm on my third story right now. So it's like I said before that I'm gonna be doing a lot of reading on this book, and I'll be able to be more. Excuse me, doing a lot of yarning lately. I've been fatigued, all the work I've been doing in my job. But anyway, I'll be able to be a lot more thorough with the information that I give you guys about these mysterious disappearances, and knowing that they've already been talked about on Coast to Coast AM. There may be a lot of you that haven't watched it. There may not be a lot of coasters out there, so um, I just looked on my page and I got 10 views on my last video that I shot. So I thank you guys so much for that. That's real cool. I just want to be truthful about a lot of things. I don't want to, present any cheesy, information. I don't want to, say something and then not have any proof to back myself up about a lot of information, like the Solomon case, because the very first day that I saw the information on Bo Solomon, it presented itself as one of those, uh, I won't say typical, but one of those stories that only David Paulides looks at. Like the part about the bar, where they say a lot of men who disappear be coming from bars, or they seemingly vanish inside the bar without anyone noticing it. And then he's all of a sudden ends up 2.5 miles away from where he first was seen, well, last was seen. A lot of those variables were factual information that came from the late David Paulides himself. And then the next day, that's when I already knew, and I did say that they arrested a homeless man who was their prime suspect in the case. Okay, and then this woman popped up about about what really happened, who was actually there. Because there was that part about the credit card that was being charged all this money on in Milan. So I'm still up in the air about that one. I don't know how that could happen because they're not saying anything about it as far as the guy, the homeless guy and his friend. They're not saying anything about it. So it might have been one of them, or it could have been a guy who saw the body and he took the card. I don't know. That, like I said, that information has been withheld. So that information may come out soon. The more I look into the investigation, I still would like to get the autopsy report. Because who knows? I mean, he's saying one thing and she's saying another. She's protecting him, obviously. You know, trying to make it look like that he didn't have anything to do with his death. Okay, but yet he had a similar case that happened a year ago. Same scenario, which is very eerie because the exact same thing happened to the last person that turned up dead. So like I said, all this information is still up in the air. So when I look into it, I will definitely, I will definitely get back with you guys. But thanks a lot, you guys, for the views, man. That was real cool, man. So if you guys got any questions, you got any comments, I would definitely read them and get back with you. I know I haven't been looking at the comments lately. I did have two about something else that I talked about how we need to get away from what we know as far as our own planet in the physics. Because I was talking about some things that's been going on in deep space. You know, and I've noticed that once you go past the uh, human thought in physics, once you go outside this solar system, everything dealing with our solar system is all about physics as far as what we know. But once we go outside of our own reality, you know, anything can happen out there because scientists have been talking about how they don't know how that got there. They don't know why this is happening and stuff like that. And like I said, it's beyond our comprehension on how things can happen. People go by what physics tell them, earthly physics. But we're talking about deep space physics. That is a whole different ball game out there. So for the ones that said I didn't know it, I don't know, what do I know about physics? It was kind of snappy, but that's your opinion, and I respect that. I don't know anything about physics, but it's not even about knowing about physics. It's about common sense, and looking at the full picture, looking at the evidence, looking at the facts. You know, it doesn't take much. It doesn't take physics to figure that out. That's just me personally. But anyway, this book right here, I'm telling you, if you guys haven't got it, you have to get it. I think I paid a total of $37. It's $24.95, like he said. Do not go to Amazon. He is constantly saying that on Coast to Coast when he's on George Norrie's show. Do not go to Amazon because they have absorbent prices. If they buy, he calls them resellers. If a reseller, an unknown reseller, buys his book for $24.95, they'll resell it on Amazon for like $100 or like $80. Okay, so I only paid $37. That's only $10-15 more than what the price is actually said on his website. So you can go to Can-Am, that's Canadian American, CANAM missing.com, and go to, they have a bunch of selections and boxes at the top, and you can choose whichever one you want. It'll take you to an area where they have all his books. And I'm sorry guys, I'm like really fatigued right now. I've been getting my sleep, but not enough. But anyway, you can go to that website and check out the books, whichever ones you want. But be careful that you don't select two of them, because I tried to do it on my phone and it was kind of spotty and really like it didn't react as fast. So but yeah, if you go to the website on your computer, you'll get a smoother reaction, from the website. But just be careful you don't pick two out of the because I was actually gonna get just one book, which I did get, and I got it within 3 days, so I didn't have to wait too long to read it. But I accidentally selected two books. Not saying I wouldn't have paid for it. I definitely would have gotten the other book, but I want to start off slow. I want to be able to read this one first. And like I said, I'm already on the third story, and this one is about Yehudi Pryor. So I'm really anxious to finish reading that part. I'm actually reading it right now, but I think I'll get on here and keep you guys abreast of what's going on. But yeah, I got the book, and I'm telling you, just from what David Paulides has said on his interviews on Coast to Coast AM, he is absolutely correct. What you hear on the radio show is only 1% of what is in the book, and you get more details by reading the story, fully in the book. So he's exactly right. And like I said, I put my foot in my mouth on his Facebook page, where I said something about the whole hypothermia deal. And in my mind, I'm thinking that I was just helping other people understand what hypothermia is. And I apologize to him in the email that I sent him, because like I said, I listened to his interviews, but he always said, just because you're listening to the interview doesn't mean that you know everything about what the story is all about. So, and I had already decided I was going to get the book a long time ago, but I just had to make sure I was able to get it, because like I said, I have a house now, so I have other responsibilities that are more important. But at this point in time, I knew I had to get it. It was that time. So I got it, I paid for it, and I got it within 3 days using the credit card. That's the one thing about that. If you want to get it right away, or at least within 3 days, aside from waiting 7 business days, I rather it would be better if you use a credit card because you get it a lot faster. You know, because if I do a money order, that's gonna take up to 7 to 10 business days. You know, but credit cards you pay for it right away. They don't have to wait for the money to get to them. But see, that's the process. You know, you get your money order, you send it off. It'll take a couple of days for it to get to the establishment where the books are coming from. Then they have to cash the money order. Then they have to get the book together. Then they have to wrap it in priority wrap. Then they have to put it in the box. Then they got to go to the, all that stuff takes time. It takes up, like I said, up to about 7 business days because it takes a while for it to get to where it has to go. Then it'll take a while to get to you. So that's, like I said, that's like maybe 2 or 3 days, then another 4 because you still got to wrap the book. You got to do this and that, and then you send it off. Then you get it. So that's a total of 7 days altogether. But anyway, the bottom line is, like I said, I got the book. Can't wait to read it. So um, I will, like I said, be coming back with a lot more information to give you on these mysterious disappearances. And if I have any ghostly experiences, you are going to be the first people to know, just so that you know. Okay? And other than that, that's pretty much it. So I got to get back to reading this bad boy. And, what I probably do, like I said, I'm going to be reading it on my vacation because I'm going to be on an 8-hour flight to Hawaii. So I'll have plenty of time to read more into the book. And when I come back, I will definitely, or if I have time from what I've already read, I will list some key points from the story and I'll get it back to you guys so that you can hear it. But other than that, like I said, I'm going to be reading the book thoroughly and I'm going to go story by story. And so you guys really know what's going on because national park situations are something that we really have to look at seriously because people tend to vanish without a trace very quickly, and I don't think people are really looking at that because the first thing they think about is kidnapping. Kidnappings don't happen like that, and there's always evidence, no matter what, because humans are wired to leave evidence. It's just the way we are, and it may be the smallest piece of evidence that could be used to say, okay, this person did it. It could be a hair, it could be a fabric from your clothing, it could be anything. It could be, of course, your footprint or fingerprints. None of this stuff is ever found in any of these cases. People are just turning up dead with no evidence or reason for them to be dead. So. But anyway, I gotta go. I don't have to be working till 6:30 today, so that's good. I have plenty of time to read this and get my food together and stuff like that. So, always imparting, aloha, mahalo, and ohuiho, which of course means till we meet again. Peace.